Hi there, it's Chelle and Clint. And Clint.
Hey guys, Shelle's got me slaving pulling potatoes. A whole box full.
Yeah, our friends brought us tons of potatoes, and I heard that if you mash them, you know, make mashed potatoes, you can freeze them, and then they're easy to thaw and just finish making mashed potatoes.
Isn't that a wonderful idea?
So I thought, we're going to do that. We're just going to put salt and pepper in them and then mash them up and then freeze them. So that way we have mashed potatoes on the go.
Yes.
Right? Right.
Because when we do the yellow ones too, or
we always do fresh potatoes. So he just wanted to get those potatoes done. And yeah, I told him to go ahead and rest up from it, but you know how men are. He's like, I gotta get it done. So he wanted to do something he could sit. So he did want to, I don't know what all this stuff is in here. Let me just show you what I have in here. These are, I think I'm gonna try to like fill this thing up. I got this at a yard sale once. And I think it's so awesome. But I used to keep my stamps in here when I would make stamps. So these, I'm just going to put some tags and stuff in here. Thought I'd just show you how I am going to store these. I'll probably put this either on the toll bench or, oh, excuse me. So that's what we have now. Isn't that fun? Or somewhere else. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but I love that. I love this basket. It's just fun. So that's a lot of tags in my little stash. So I need something to keep that in place, don't I? So things aren't falling. Like a bookend or something. There. I shall put that in there. So yeah, today we are doing a project inspired by Yvonne Preston. Is that right? Yvonne. I will put a link to her video below. And if I remember correctly, she said that she kind of took this from somebody else. So you can go to her video and look in the... I didn't go and look. I just was thinking, oh, I should do that. Sorry. It's just one of those days, you know. You can do it on scraps. Those tags. Kathy, where did I put those tags? So I do have a whole bunch of news. But I might not share it with you today. I'm not sure. Yeah, we've had some, not us, but yeah, I guess us. Anyways, it does have to do with junk journaling. Some information, and I need to find out some more information, and then I'll share that with you guys. If you have seen Betty, then you probably know what I'm talking about. But yeah, let me talk to her first. Anyways, I'm gonna see if these would work. I was thinking, I mean, I have the tags now thanks to Miss Kathy June. Yeah, these would work, huh? And what she did is she made really fun, I guess you just use 2 tags and you do this fun little piece. You guys may have already seen it, but I was thinking I just need something different. I still want tags though. We're just going to make all kinds of tags. So if you wanted and you had thin paper, like the double-sided paper is pretty thick. This one feels pretty thin though. I mean, you could just cover a tag. Or we're going to just go ahead and continue with our scraps. So I am going to just kind of collage on here using some of our scraps. And we shall see what happens here. I can keep that. But I'm just, yeah, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do today. And Clint is not to the point yet where he feels like he can take a break and play with his stuff, because like his wood burning, he wants to finish that. But I was thinking, as tired as he was, he slept a lot yesterday, like hours, and I was thinking, as tired as he is, he really may not feel like doing one. And it's still cool, and I don't want to have to, you know, rush through a video tomorrow morning. I'd rather just make one, and if he wants to share that tomorrow, then, you know, I don't have to stress. And I'd prefer to have videos already made than not, you know, than have to rush through it. So it is supposed to start cooling down. I believe Clint said that this is like our last hot day for a while. So I'm excited about that. I know, Debbie. I know. So yeah. Let's see, let's cut that. But yeah, I'm anxious for cooler weather. Not that we haven't had it already. Okay, so we're just going to kind of collage on both of these tags. So one of them I'm going to collage front and back, and then the other one I think I'm just going to collage in the front. But look at that one, isn't that pretty? These are digitals, but I'm not sure whose. They could have been mine. I did a few, but I don't think they're mine. I think they're someone else's. I kind of want like raggedy edges. Keeping that straight edge, because then it's just easy enough to, you know, kind of, I really like that. That's pretty, pretty, pretty. Just kind of. But like I said, you could also cut down your scrap paper, and we'll do that too. I just wanted to kind of play with it and, you know, kind of maybe shellify it a bit. I haven't really thought about shellifying it much. But like if I was doing this one for both sides, I could just fold this over. Maybe I will. I'm loving though seeing all my scraps, you know, kind of come together and stuff. That's really fun. Not my scraps, my tags. So what else do we want? I need something like down the center of this, maybe. I don't know. Oh, that's cute. Do I like that, or do I want to, let me find my, I don't see my ripping ruler. It's probably in this pile of, I need to clean up my space again. Maybe it'll be a little easier. I just don't want like a really raw edge here. I could ink it, but I still don't want that straight edge, I guess. That's fine. We can save that. We might use it. And then I would go ahead and take that all the way to the top. But yeah, Charlotte and them, people just bring them food, and she's like, here, take this. So really nice, because, you know, you can kind of get like a stockpile of stuff for the winter when we're really slow. Let's see what else we have. I really like that though. Ooh, look at that sparkle. says makes your soul shine, but if I kind of take some of the edge off, but it still says soul shine, so I think it'll be fine. Or I can use the back of it. Do I like that? I mean, it'll probably cover it up anyways. Who knows? Who knows? Just pop it on there. Then we have this little sparkle we could put here. That would be cute. Yeah, we've been busy this morning. Watered and did the chores and made breakfast and just doing all kinds of stuff, and I was just taking a break. What's funny is somebody asked me a couple of days ago, they said, could you have the stomach flu? And I'm thinking, did I say that I wasn't feeling good? Because I didn't remember, you know. Yeah, it was on a video like 3 years ago. I was thinking, I don't remember saying, even though I wasn't feeling very good, I didn't remember, you know, like my stomach's been upset. But I think it's, they put Clint on decaf. I think it's that. I don't know. But I'm not a fan of decaf. This doesn't settle very well, I don't think. So I like this, but I'm going to save it in case I layer something else on here. Maybe like this, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. And then I kind of might put that on there. I was wondering if I had like any, so yeah, using up scraps is so fun. Even though you can't really tell you use them. You know, it's kind of like, I can't even tell that I'm using up scraps. Because all those things that we did before were scraps. Isn't that crazy? And you can't even tell it. Like that. Maybe this. Kind of like that too. Sorry. What else? Oh, I've been watching What I Lied to You. It's a British show. I think I was talking about it in yesterday's video. I can't remember. Anyways, I heard some, and it's a fact. And I was thinking, I was telling Clint about it, and he's like, no, that's not true. And totally true. But Paul McCartney, I'm saying the name so that you can look it up if you want to, actually had clouds moved so he could sing something about a sunshine song. Yeah, he actually had them moved. How, you may ask? Because I had to look it up. He had jets put dry ice in in the clouds. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? I was telling Clint about it. He's like, there is no way anyone could move clouds. I said, yeah, but because what they do on that show is they try to convince you that it's true. And so they were discussing whether or not it was true, and they both came, or there's two teams on there, they both came to the conclusion that it was true. So even though they, you know, they said, well, I don't think it's true, but we're gonna say it's true. Yeah, true. You know, who would think that? And like they said, you know, who has that kind of money? You know, you're thinking, okay, he's raising money for charity or whatever, and then he's spending all this money to move the clouds. I don't know. And I don't know when he did it, but I'm thinking, wow. Oh, I gotta finish that one too. Okay, we can be done with this one. That was cute. And then let's do this one. Ooh, sorry, I got hot. This one is coming off. I always have to check my pages because some of those are not very, yeah. So this one, I just want to do one side, I think. So what I'm going to do is, and I want it to kind of match this one, so maybe some flowers and stuff like that. Let's see what I have. This was such a fun idea. Actually, I went to her page, her YouTube page, to see something that somebody else had made. They had made something similar that she had made, and I was thinking, ooh, that would be so fun to create. And then I saw this and got totally distracted. I was like, I gotta play with tags now. Yeah. Yeah, that's what happens. As Betty says. It's my ADHD or ADD. I forget what she has. I don't know if I have it or not, but I do get distracted. It's kind of pinky. Pink, pink, pink. So yeah, I just thought that was an interesting piece of information. You know? But yeah, Clint has been so exhausted. Yesterday, I just feel so bad for him. He couldn't stay awake, and I'm like, go lay down. You know, you don't have to wait for me to lay down for you. You can lay down without me, you know. So he did lay down yesterday and slept for like 4 or 5 hours. So that's, you know, his nap, which is, usually it's only like maybe 2 hours. Save that piece. So yeah, but it was kind of like, hon, I knew you were going to be tired, and I don't even remember what I did, but I did take a nap yesterday. We've both kind of been feeling sick, but like I said, I think we have made it, we figured out it might be that coffee, that decaf coffee. I figured mine was like sinuses, you know, just a stomach issue. I'm just feeling nauseous. But I was just... And I didn't say anything to him. I just figured, well, it's not that big of a deal, you know. Do I want... Yeah, I don't want to cover that all the way up. I'll go ahead and fold it over. I don't think that matters, you know, as long as I can see where I need to trim it. There we go. I'll just like trim this part off. That's what your thing's for, Michelle. And then, you know, my friends have said, oh, we're going to come over in the morning, or in the, she said late morning, so I didn't lay down too long yesterday. But I just, yeah, was not feeling my best. It's kind of pretty. Kind of like that. I don't think I want that blue. I think it's too bright. So yeah, so Charlotte brought us, oh, she brought me the cutest little coin purse. Her sister, a while back, they had given me some like costume jewelry from their mother who had passed away. And I had thought, I had made some like prayer journals. Can I even see where that one is? Using their mother's costume jewelry. So I saved one for I gave one to Charlotte and then one to her sister. I don't really know her sister, but Charlotte and I are such good friends, and she always says, well, if you know Becky, then we both like the same thing. So I knew she would like it, and so she made me the cutest coin purse, but it's in the house, so I'll have to show you guys. But it's a felted coin purse, and it's a little shark. So cute. I just love it. Just cracked me up. So I need to do a thank you card for her. This is kind of Christmassy, but I think that would go there and not necessarily look too Christmas, and I'm not going to worry about raw edges or whatever. And we'll do this with just, you know, the paper too. You can see a little bit of it there, but I think that's fine. Hold it over, my hands are getting sticky. Fine. Things here. Do the holes. And that's, uh-oh. Michelle wasn't thinking. There we go. So, I think I'm going to put a little thing here and then here, because you're not going to see the center part, but you're going to see that a little bit. So, let's see what we have. That would kind of go, wouldn't it? Just a little bit of it. I like that too. I wonder where I got that. side. And then, yeah, I think I'll do it like that. I like that. I like it, I like it. Hope this was double-sided. Yeah, it was. Oh, you guys. But yeah, oh, and they also gave us tons of cabbage. And Clint's been wanting to ferment some sauerkraut, homemade, you know, ferment. There's somebody I watch on YouTube that has, that does all kinds of fermentations. And she always has sauerkraut for her and her kids and her husband and stuff. And it's really easy, so we thought we would give our hands a try at that. So, I mean, we have so much of it. And I heard you can freeze it, like after you cook it. Cabbage. Did I say what it was? I know I probably did, but sometimes I get so focused on this that I don't pay that much attention, or, you know, I just don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, that. I don't know. That's kinda okay. Try not to hit any glue. But I just thought this was such a fun idea. I could have trimmed it off, but I'm just going to fold it. That's probably enough on that one. This one, let's do just a touch more. Yeah, maybe I'll just do another little piece of this. Okay, so this is going to be my side one like this, and then this is going to go in here, and then these are going to fold down. So, kind of show you what I'm thinking. So I think I want it like that. Oh, I didn't have to go all that way, did I? Well, let's do it like this, since I have that sticker. And, I mean, you could measure it, 1, 2, 3. So, about like that would be the center. I mean, it doesn't have to be exact, but you want it pretty close, I think. It over. It's not perfectly centered, is it? Do I want to change it? Just kind of thick. It's thicker than I thought it was going to be. Okay, I'm going to try that. It's hard. Okay, let's try. Did that even change it? Oh well, it's going to stay like this because I'm not going to keep messing with it. It's okay if it's a little cattywampus, right? Right. Okay. Do I like that? It's fine. So, on this side though, I'm going to match it up here. we're going to turn this like into a tag as well. Tag edge, I guess. Okay, so we have that. This goes like this. And then we're going to, let's ink it. Do I want to use, let's use pink. Do I still have pink over here? I do. Tell you, I really need to clean up my space. So it looks like we don't have to go anywhere for a while, which is really nice. So far, nothing on Monday or Tuesday, and then the rest of the week will depend on that, you know. I know we have to go somewhere Wednesday because we had somebody call us and set up a time. Kind of like that. And I have a lot of pink stuff anyways, like tags and stuff, so this will work really nicely. Yeah, I'm pretty sure her name's Yvonne Preston. But I think there's another name in it. White. Is it White? I don't know. Anyways, I will link it below. And then she went ahead and, let's see, sewed it. So we're going to sew. But I think we're going to make another one real quick out of double-sided paper. Not really going to see much of this, but you know. And then we'll sew them all at one time because I'm going to have to move that over here. Which means my desk will be getting cleaned off. Okay, so this is going to be like this. Or we could flip it around. Just depends on how you want it to go. Yeah, that wasn't very accurate, was it? It's fine, it's fine. Okay, so, I mean, I think this is going to be faster and easier. So, 2 pieces, and you can make them as long as you want. I think those were 6. I think somebody told me they were 6. I can't see. I tell you, I really need to clean this up. 5 1/2 actually. 5 3/4. So let's just do these at 6 1/2. I don't think that's going to matter. If I do 6 though, I could get 2 of them out of it, couldn't I? Okay, you talked me into it. Got 6. These are just cut-offs, and yeah, like I said, they're a little bit thinner. What's our time looking? So it's been half an hour. 6, and then I have this green. Ooh, and that pretty color on the back. Then we have this one, but there's no back color. I don't know that it's going to matter if I... This one's really not very well trimmed up. So let's think about this. That is not the right size. None of them are the right size. That's okay. 3 by 6 is what I was anticipating them being. course, save your little scraps. I think that's why it takes so long for the scraps to disappear, because I'm constantly adding more to them. It might be smaller, but you know. Okay, did I do them all? No. Yeah, the first one takes a little bit to kind of do it. So this one, I think it would be fine. So let's do, I'm going to use this as the top. There's, of course, they're a little bit different, huh? Okay, and then this one, I'm going to cut it to okay. Yeah. I guess it's a good thing I'm going to sew. Okay. So, this one is going in here. These are, figure out my colors. And see what I want to do, you know. I really love that bright red. So I think this is going to wrap around this one maybe, or let's do it around this one. That one's a little bit, I like the combination. Okay, so those two are going together. Really, ooh, I like that red. This one. Those two. Yeah, this one. And then we'll put those two together. Ooh, I might like that better. Okay. Those two, and then these two. We'll have that. It kind of goes with it. So, that was much easier. Of course, like I always say, it always takes so much longer when you're, yeah. So, let's fold here and maybe here. Just kind of get it in the center. Not too bad, a little off. But this one, I think I wanted it like that, or do I want the green? Nope, I think I want this. So I'm going to measure and just see. So 1.5 maybe on either side. That would be about right, wouldn't it? 1.5. So right there. measure it and make sure. That one is a little off. This paper though is a little bit thinner, so it should be easier, you know. At least it's easier to line up like this. Oh, good grief, Michelle. Okay, what she did is she kind of looked to see where the middle was. I don't know. Whatever, it is what it is. Okay, that's about middle. I kind of like that though, that's kind of fun. These are definitely going to be a lot easier, like I said. Oh, he must have finished the potatoes. So I am going to go use this and just kind of get my hole in the same area. I don't have much longer, do I? I always do this. Okay. A bird. Oh yeah, I forgot that one's a little off anyways. Oh, I tell ya, that one, the hole is crooked. Okay, it's fine. It's fine, whatever. So you could go ahead and ink them or whatever. I'm going to set these aside because there's no way I'm getting 2 done or 5 done or whatever in 40 minutes, 20 minutes. Okay, so I do want to get a hole on both sides. I know it's crooked, but it is what it is. That way you know it's handmade, huh? We're just going to go ahead and do red again, just because I have it set up. I feel like I'm running out of time. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and move my sewing machine, and then I'll show you guys how we're going to do that. And then we'll decorate them. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got it cleaned up. And what I did is just cleaned up everything while I was moving stuff for this, so at least part of my desk is cleaned off. So we are going to sew. So we're going to sew. So what we're going to do is just go around this tag with these the way they are. So they're going to, you could glue them down if you wanted to. I don't think I'm going to, I don't know. Maybe I should. But I think if I put a clip on them, it will hold it in place. So if I, yeah. And I like to start at the bottom. Do I want to do, oops, put your needle up or you'll break it. Okay, straight stitch I think. So I am just going to do that. You know what, I totally did that wrong. It's fine. We can shellify it now, huh? You don't actually do that. That's okay. We will, like I said, we'll shellify it. And hopefully the other one I'll do it exactly the way she did it. I'm doing it from memory, if you can't tell. That's fine. I mean, yeah, so we're going to call that, and then this will just be a tuck. So this one though, let me show you. I think she said, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go around this one. I don't really, like I said, I just don't remember. Start here, just flat. This is the one that folds up in the middle. Oops. Oopsie. And I'm just using brown thread. It's just what I had. And I don't mind brown in almost everything I do, so. I think that's going to be my main color when I sew. Okay, so that is, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to go around this whole thing, but we're going to leave these open. That's where I messed up a while ago. So look how horrible that looks. My sewing machine's not looking very good. I'm just going to keep going with it. I know it's not looking great. So that's how that's going to fold. So I think I'm going to try to clip it there, and then I have to clip back here and see how we do. I know there's, you know, it's probably the bobbin. I'll have Clint look at it for me. Uh-oh. That's not going to look pretty. I was thinking, you know, all my mess ups and stuff on the other side are going to show up because you're going to see them. That's fine. Okay, let's see how this looks. Not holding my breath. Okay, so that's what that looks like. It looks horrible, but we are going with it because I don't have time to do anything else. So we can cover it up or whatever. But yeah, definitely need to have Clint service it for me. A sewing machine, because that is a mess and a half. But if anybody asks, I did it on purpose. Okay. So yeah, it could be cute, couldn't it? Jeez, Michelle. Michelle has no clue what she's doing. Okay, so I am going to pop that in there. Sorry, where's my thing at? There it is. Like I said, it's crooked, but it is what it is. I can't stress about it now. And if you want to, you could go ahead and put more in them. I think I'm just going to use gold for all of them. I need some new gold ones, I think. I shall make do with what I have. Oh yeah, that. The hole's a little bit narrow. It's okay. Kind of cute. This one, I'm going to glue that down because it's going to book me if I don't. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and pop these in here too. Put it on the right side. Yeah, I think before I do those other ones, I'm going to have Clint look at my sewing machine. Maybe I'll take it in for him to look at, because, I mean, look how messy that looks. It just does not look good, but it's fine, and I know you guys, we will figure out what is wrong with it. This one is, I'm just going to pull some stuff from here. Oh, this is that one. Do you guys remember this one? I loved it. But it like shrank up so big when Clint used it on a journal. Just gonna see what I have here. This one. So this one, you probably wouldn't take it apart because I sewed it wrong. So this would just be for decoration only, I would say. See if I can even tie this into a bow. Or, I mean, you could even just hang it, you know, right? That would look cute. Okay, since we're not, let's just do it like in a knot. It's actually really cute. I like that. That's really cute. Okay, let me just show you what you would do. You would put a tag here, which I think is fun. And then you also have this back side to put, like, use that as a belly band. Wouldn't that be cute? And then she did, so let me do this one. We'll leave that one as is. This is the one more like what she did. And then, you know, she did the same ribbon type thing. And she, this one, oh, look at that ribbon, isn't that pretty? Let's do that. It's blue, but I love it. So, but this one you're going to want to go ahead and open it. She did all kinds of little closures, but I thought this would be really cute with the crinkly. And what I am going to do, I think, is just put a little glue on the tips. I don't think I'm going to I don't think I'm going to trim it any. Almost too tiny. And actually it might be, I can't tie it. I can't tie it pretty. Okay, so let's use this one because I just happen to see it. I think it's a little bit longer. So you could put little pockets in here, and you could put like a little tag here, here. You could put pockets in here and put little tags in there. She mentioned that the person that she got it from, got the idea from, put pockets in it, but you know how we all personalize them. And then we should trim this to make it look pretty. I don't want to cut it too short because it just makes it too hard to tie. So that's awfully cute. And then you would just slide some stuff in there. But she had like closures and then like the little circle, and then she'd do the string around it and stuff like that. But you know, you can always do, you can do whatever you want. So I am going to put a piece here. I will use this one even though it's just not the best sewing. And this is kind of shiny fabric, so I will probably glue it. Okay, so we have that. And then she put like a really fun charm on it, which I absolutely loved. So you could take like a ball pen. Let's see what I have on my desk that could work. But the string she used, I think, was thinner. And so it, yeah, this is my conglomeration on my desk. See, I should put that back on there. See what I have here. Oh, this is from Kateri. I need to fix these. So I have my big old things. These are just things I haven't put up. Of course I haven't. Christmas tree. Button. Oh, fall. I'm so in the mood for fall. This would be cute, actually. Something, I don't think I made that one. I'm pretty sure I didn't because I don't recognize the little thing. But you could just like hang that, and I think that would be so cute. I think maybe Kateri did this one. Pretty sure that's not mine. But if you made it, let me know. I like to give people credit. So you could attach it to the ribbon. That just adds another little fun touch, you know, or we could take it down to the kind of, wonder if that will fit in there. Let's see. Ooh, perfect. I like that better. It kind of lays more better. And then of course on the back you would have your tag or whatever. Ooh, look, even a card. And that's like a little belly band. So, like I said, go check out her channel if you guys are not familiar with Yvonne. And I'm not sure that's how you say her name. I can't remember. There was somebody and they're like, you don't say it that way. So, I might be totally mispronouncing it. But yeah, I like them. Which one do you prefer? Like I said, this is more like what she did because it has the open. But I kind of like this one too because it has like a tight closure, and that would fit really nice, you know, in there. Those are fun. I enjoyed those. So thank you, Yvonne, for the, and like, yeah, sorry. But like I said, I just don't know if that's how she pronounces it. But thank you for the inspiration. Sorry. And I think I follow her. She's actually like the admin of Junk Journal Junkies and Junk Journal Junkie Chat. So I follow her on there, and then we're friends on Facebook. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. And we will see you in the next video. See you soon.